your team. A resilient effort on both ends of the floor, and I said maybe the biggest play in the game, down 5. We beat them down the floor, and Genesis Bryant was able to find Kendall Bostic, and that really kept Maryland from getting that momentum.
This game was a crazy game. I mean, it was a great basketball game, a high-level game, and I have so much respect for Maryland and obviously for what Brenda does. That's a really good basketball team that we just beat on their home floor. We've never beaten Maryland before, and to beat them on their home court, this is special, and kind of at a loss for words right now. So a lot of things that just happened, but so proud of these guys.
The leadership by Genesis Bryant, I mean, down the end without a timeout. I mean, there was no hesitation. Jen went right to the basket, drew the foul, hit 2 big free throws. I mean, what a leader out there on the floor.
I mean, that's what fifth-year seniors do, and she knows. And, you know, I didn't want to have to call that last time out, but I knew how important that possession was, and I saw could not turn it over right there. But even, you know, to have that turnover and then to be able to get a stop and then be able to Jen make that play and then get those 2 stops right there. I mean, that's leadership, like you said. They knew what to do. They didn't let the moment get too big, and they just stayed so poised, and just really, really proud of them.
How about some big shots by your freshman, Barry Wallace? She had 4 threes. We made 10 threes in the game,
wow.
Which is, you know, we're starting to pick up the three-point prowess, but Barry Wallace with some big shots tonight.
Yeah, she hit some big-time shots, and we were calling stuff for her. Then she just made plays and found open areas, and I mean, she doesn't play like a freshman, you know. She does not play like a freshman, and she did. She had that turnover, but, you know, that's okay. Like, we responded. So, again, she's going to be an unbelievable player here. She's really stepped up, and the sky's the limit for that kid.
So, Maryland points off turnovers today, 4. Off 7 turnovers. We actually led. We had 9 points off their turnovers, and we knew that was going to be a big factor today. And we were able to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, that was huge. And you know, they didn't press like they normally do, so that helped us. But we did. We valued the ball. That was one of the biggest keys, that and rebounding. And I don't know where we ended up in the rebounding battle.
Yeah,
but
down 4.
But we were close, right?
Yeah.
So we only got beat by 4. I said we didn't have to win it, but we had to be close. And then, to only have 7 turnovers or whatever and 4 points, I mean, that's the game right there.
The resiliency of this team down, several times where this was a game of runs where they had a 10-0 run, we had an 8-0 run, and you have to be able to be steady on the road against a team like Maryland, and your team was today.
You know, this team just continues to amaze me and how they continue to step up and against all odds and all the adversity, they just keep playing. And I told them before the game, they play the game the right way. You know, they play hard, they play together, we're sharing the ball. We're defending, and it's really it's fun to watch. It's fun to coach them, and we got. I'm just happy for them. You know, I'm really happy for them. They've been working their butts off. This was a really tough week for us. If you look at our travel, the schedule, we didn't get back till 3 a.m. After Rutgers, and then we had a quick turnaround of 2 days. We went right back, to it. We didn't practice yesterday, didn't shoot today, just trying to save their legs, and man, they responded.
Well, since we announced that Makaira and Gretchen were out, we're 5-1 since then. So this team has really stepped up,
yeah.
and we talked about the adversity, but it hasn't affected them. And they've, if anything, it seems to have given them a little bit more resolve.
You know, I agree with you. I think once they kind of knew, like, hey, this is who we got. Just they're like, this is what we are, and we're just gonna continue to work. And I think they're just so connected. They're so connected. They're so together. And sometimes it's nice, too. You can play with a lot of freedom because, like I said, it's not good at times because we don't have that deep of a bench. But you can just play, and you can play through mistakes. And, just the connectiveness with this group is really, really special.
What does this win mean for the year, for the program? We haven't beaten Maryland in our history. And now we can say we have.
Yeah, and that's where this is a big one again. This Maryland and their program and Brenda. this is a top 10 consistent program in the country. It's something, obviously with Brenda being from Iowa and I'm from Iowa, she's someone I've always really admired how she's done what she's done, and so I have so much respect for how she does stuff and her teams, and this is really, really big for our program. It's big. for this team in particular, because it was one of their kind of their checkbox of these seniors. They wanted to beat Maryland, and for them to get that, on the road too, and on their senior day, this is a big one.
First road win against a ranked team since 2019 for the Illini program. So go back and celebrate. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it, and congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Illinois victorious over 14th ranked Maryland by a score of 69-65, and one of the heroes of this game, Barry Wallace. I think the last time we had you on, another big game against a big ranked opponent, and I think I said then, this is why you come to play at Illinois for these types of games.
Yeah, it was super special, especially to come into their home like we did Indiana and beat them here for the first time in program history. Is super big, super exciting for all of us, and just really good momentum to keep going in the rest of the season.
Talk about the three-point shooting. We made 10 threes. You were 4 out of 9 from three-point range, and the confidence that you have to be able to hit that. Do you realize how big a shot in the moment, or you just take those shots and they just come in rhythm for you?
I mean, I think in the moment I don't really realize. It depends, obviously, on the situation, but I think towards the end I just wanted to keep shooting because I wanted to keep getting back to the lead. I wanted to win the game, so it was more about that. I know I shoot these shots every day. I rep them every day with my coaches and stuff, so that's the most important.
Talked about the resolve of this team, because there were a few times it looked like maybe Maryland was going to start to pull away, and then you had some big possessions, and offensively and defensively where you needed a stop or you needed a basket, and you were able to come through. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think we do a good job coming together as a team, especially during timeouts and stuff, and even halftime. We like to reflect and see where we are and know the score, obviously, and just what has happened, the momentum switches. So we just focus on that and know that we need to get some stops and take really good shots on offense and just capitalize on what we know we're best on.
Do you feel like the team is really picking up steam? Is this the best that we've played so far this year?
I think so. Definitely just the momentum of the last few games, last few wins. And on the road, wins are super big, especially against ranked teams. Maryland's a really good team, so definitely just using each game as momentum and motivation for the next one.
I'm just impressed with how we're playing defensively. Maryland has a lot of weapons, and they have the veterans, Dulce and Sellers and Kubek, and you can go right down the line. What was the game plan defensively, and how were you able to execute it?
Yeah, definitely just taking away what we know they wanted to get. They want to get downhill and get open shots and get it to their best players. So just knowing we had to lock down on them was the biggest thing, and just sticking to our principles like we always do. It's the same defense we play against everybody, but just knowing that we had to step it up for this game. Maryland's a really good offensive team. So.
All right, what does this win mean for this team this year and the program in general?
It means so much. Definitely for the program, first time beating Maryland, and just for the team, just working so hard all season. We have veterans who have been playing against this team and these teams in the Big Ten all these years, all 4 years, and them just being able to get this win. It feels really good to help them and see them be able to get that joy from these wins they've been wanting for so long.
All right, congratulations. Go and celebrate with the team.
Thank you.